Well, let's talk about your book because I want to know about it. So it just came out this year.
Yep.
Even the Dog Knows. Give us a little insight of the book and what it's all about.
So the book is about a couple. They are married 30 plus years. And there's a prologue that sets up in a couple pages how they meet on New Year's Eve, 1950 at the Washington Monument. Fast forward now to a 30-year marriage in Virginia. It's based in Woodstock, where I live. It's fiction, of course. And on page 1, the wife says, "I think I'm done." And she gets in her sister's car and she leaves him. And the marriage has been stale. And he doesn't understand why she's leaving. He can't. There are no obvious reasons the marriage should be sort of collapsing, but it is. And so she moves to Florida with her sister, and 3 years later, she writes him a letter. And she says, "I don't feel well. I'm old. Moses, the family dog, the black lab, he's old. I want you to bring him to Florida so that we can say goodbye. Will you do that?" And this really interesting debate takes place over the course of the next week or two with her husband and the dog and some other players in the family. And he's got to decide, is he willing to ride a bus, in his case, drive the bus, because it's his bus, from Woodstock to Gulf Breeze, Florida, to maybe save his family. 1,000 miles on a bus with a family dog, a grandson they've raised, a hitchhiker they're going to pick up along the way, to maybe save a family, and maybe not. So it's a love story, it's a road trip story, it's a really complex family drama with secrets that need to be shared. And at its heart, it's about how far are we willing to go to forgive one another, to say things that should have been said. And the dog is going to tell you some of the story. So every 5 or 6 chapters, Moses, he tells you what he's seeing and feeling and discerning. So he's just a dog. He doesn't become, he's not a human being in the book. He can't solve problems. He's not a cartoon. He doesn't talk. But I do think dogs know things. And they have this sense of when a member of the family might need a little bit more, a little more love, a little more attention. And so Moses very much becomes the anchor of the family, the glue that might keep the family together. And there's a reunion in Florida that's really beautiful. And then a reunion on the side of the road later in the book that I hope is a big payoff for readers.